back to my channel, and today we will solve the problem related to the reschedule, or that is the scheduling problem again. So the hints in here, like, it is of course the solution for us. So I will try to explain the hint in the easiest way for you. So here, like, if we have the sequence of k meetings and then we have k plus 1 gaps, so what does this mean? So here, like, okay, so let's consider for the first one. It starts from 0, right? And then we start, in here we have 1, 2, and it will be ended at 3 and 5. Okay, so here this is the first gap. Okay, so this is the first gap, and this is the first meeting, the second meeting, right? Okay, so where is the last gap? Okay, so what if I call that the event time here is 5? That is a 5. And I have the small thing here, that is the event time, right? So the gap in here is 0. Okay, so it means that even though, like, in here I still have the gap, the meeting, the gap, the meeting, and the gap, right? Even though this gap is 0. Okay, so it means what? It means that, like, between two gaps we have one meeting. We have every one meeting between two gaps, right? Okay, so it means that in here, like, if we have k meetings, in here we have 2 meetings, and then we have like 3 gaps, even though the last one is equal to 0. Yeah, so this one will help us to solve the problem effectively. So why is that? So it means that, like, for the second hint, like, we just need the first hint. So you could move all the things to the start of the sequence to get the max time. Okay, so in here, like, how many operation we have in the first example? We have 1 operation, right? So in here, let's say that, like, so let's say that what if k equal to 2, right? So it means what? It means that I can move owner of the event. I can move owner the event to the beginning, right? One will be right after another, and then I will have the largest space. In this case, for example, I can move the first one to 0, 1, right? And the second one is right after the first one, that is this one. The first one will be 0, 1, and the next one will be from 1 to, because this one is length, so in here the 3, right? We always have the largest space at the end. So it means that for k operation, we always can have the one of the largest event at the end, right? So it means that, so okay, so let's say that k is not 2. For now, k is only 1. What if k is only 1? Of course, I only can do one operation at a time. Only one can do one operation at a time. So it means that I need to move this one here, right? This one here. Or if I try to move this one, and then I need to move this one here, right? So k in here, we need to consider a window length of 2 every time. For example, like, the window will start from here to here, right? That is our first window. Okay, so what is our second window? The second window, I mean that iterate over the time, right? Okay, the second window. And then, so for the second window, we always move this one here, and then we will have the some space at the end, right? So for the first one, for example, if you consider the first one, this one, right? Of course, you have one operation, right? You move this one here, and then you just need to calculate the last space. Okay, it will lead to this one, right? And the last space, this is the most spacious one. And then, so you can do the similar thing for the subsequent one. Okay, so in here, for example, like, I will so how can we do it iteratively? And yeah, so in here, like, we can consider about the window. The window length is like the window, it is like k plus 1, right? Or, like, for now, we can just, like, okay, so for now, like, just make the problem become easier. Just make the, okay, so for now, like, we will have the start time, right? And we have the end time. Okay, so because like we always have the gap, I will simulate the gap in here, all of the gap in here for us. For example, I will consider this one. So originally the start time will be 1, 3, and then it will be ended at 2 and 5. And then to simulate the gap, we can append the beginning time, that is always 0, 0, right? So what is the end time? The end time is 5, 5. Okay, so for now, our window is what? K plus 1, right? That is equal to 2, 2, right? Okay, so for the first window, we will consider this one, right? And so what is the gap in here we can make? That is the 1, right? Because like we move this one here, so it means that 1. Okay, I will change the color. Change the color to easy to follow. This one is this one is 1, right? The starting point of the next one minus the end of the previous one. Okay, so this is the k equal to 1, right? So we consider the window of 2. Okay, so next we move the window. We move the window here, right? Okay, so for now, what is the result? Okay, so it means that we exclude this one out of the window, right? And then we update the window value 3 and 2. This is 1, right? Okay, so we can get maximum of the event in here. So it is still 1, right? We will not update. Okay, we move it here. The last one. Okay, so in here we can see that this one is what? 0, right? So we keep this one. Okay, so you can try to do this with simulate this one with for the second example. So here we can do for the second example. Okay, so let's do it for the second example. So for the second example, we have 0, we have 2, we have 9, and we have 10, right? In here we have 0, 0, 0. Sorry, I will add this as 1 first, and because we put padding, this is the start and this is the end. Okay, this one 2, 4, and this one is what? This one is 2, 4, and 9, 10, and we have 10, 10. Okay, so our window is what? Here, right? The first one. Okay, so it means that for now, like, we move nothing. So it is exactly the same position. So it is what? 0 here, right? Okay, so for now we will change our window. We will iterate through our window. So here, this one, right? We exclude the first one because that is 0. We will not update anything. So in here we change it. So it is 1, right? Right? And then we come here, get this one, and we exclude this one out of the window. The value is like at this step, the value is 1, right? When we move it in here, when we are in here, like the current value is 1. So when we iterate to the second one, and then we can see that like that would be if we move this one here, right? And then it means that we can add up the gap in here. That is the 1 and plus this one is 9 minus 4. That is a 5, right? We have 6 here, right? So and from 0 to 2, from 0 to 2, and then we move it here, right? Okay, so for the third one, we will consider this one and this one, and then we exclude this one out of the window. So in here we have what? In here, like, we exclude, right? Exclude this one, that is like 6 minus 1, and then we have another update from here to here. That is a 0, so we plus 0, so that is 5. So we compare these two things. Because this one is still greater, we keep this one, right? Okay, so we move here. Okay, because like we will stop it in from here, because like we will do does not have the further value in here, so we stop here. So the maximum result is 6. So that is a way like we solve the problem. Okay, so let's program it together. Okay, so for now, like we will have the window size for 2k plus 1, and then we have the start time, and then we will insert the first index with the 0. We get the start time, and then we append the last element as the event time, and then so we can do the similar things for the end time as well. Okay, so yeah, so for now, like we have already have it, and then we may need to, because we use a sliding window, so I will process the first window first, right? Okay, first window to try to avoid a messy thing in the code. K plus 1, right? Our window will be k plus 1, and let's define the window value equal to 0, and then we will update this value. That would be like start time I plus 1 minus end time I, right? Because like so, and then so we will have the answer that is equal to the window value at the initial value, and then we will loop through the for example, yeah, because like for now the length of the start time and the end time is equal, so we can choose either. So here like we only loop into the window side start time minus like the window side. We don't go to the last event. We will stop it here. We will stop from here, like because like this one will never be touched. So it means that yeah, we stop from this one. We stop from the pink one, because we always knows that the last column is always the we padding this one into our array, right? So for now we have the window value. We have that one. Yeah, we will update this first. So yeah, I will write it in the okay. So in here like we will get minus of the start time of I minus the end time of I minus 1, right? This one is the value of the previous one. For example, we are in here. Sorry, let's make it to become visible. So we are in the green one, right? Exclude the first one. Exclude the value from previous. In here, that is the value of the previous one. And then we add up the new things. Add up the new one inside, right? Okay, so in here that is what? Start time of I plus window side minus end time of I plus window size minus 1, right? That is the next, and then we minus the current one. Okay, so here like we can have the answer equal to max of the answer and the window value, right? So here like we just need to return the answer. Check. Okay, start time, typos error. Start time. Okay, submit. Okay, thank you. So in addition to using the sliding window, of course we also can use the prefix sum. So if you're interested in this approach, and then you can try it by yourself. That is just my suggestion. And okay, thank you so much for watching my video, and I